We got a box. Now let's open this puppy up and get to upgrading. What's going on, everyone? It is Rich Haywood here for Bacon Ice Cream Productions and Team LCFC. And this is Good Times with Great Friends. That's right. It's the live show where there's sometimes more than just me. There's actually another person. Now you can hit this button and see what happens. Nope, not that one. There he is. It's good to be funny.
Hi, everybody.
What's going on? What's going on?
Good to be back.
It's time for some really cool upgrade fun. We've got an Atari VCS.
Heck yeah.
We're going to tear it to pieces, and then we're going to put it all back together. 10 screws. What do we got? Let's go in here. Let's go in here before we hit this button. All right, we're going to upgrade an Atari VCS.
Doing the big way.
We've got the view right here. We've got some RAM. We've got an SSD. We've got some tools. And we've got an Atari VCS. So let's get into this thing literally and do that. Now, before we do that, we get a shout out. Shout out to Sean. Hello. Thanks for coming on in and viewing.
Yeah, thanks for coming, Sean.
Being a part of the live stream. He says, hello, I want to let you know I'll never open my Atari VCS 800 to upgrade because I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm not a pro. I know some are pro of this. I mean, it's cool. But maybe even after viewing this, after watching this video, you may indeed get the upgrade bug.
Yep.
And want to upgrade yourself. It's pretty easy. And we're going to show you how. All right, cool. So let's get into it. We've got an Atari VCS in a box. I still love the fact that on every single one of these boxes, they have you got the old asteroids. That's good stuff. This is the Atari VCS 800 Walnut Edition. Got the wood grain. That's pretty good. We like the wood grain. And then in here, we've got all our power supplies and our HDMIs and all that kind of stuff. We don't need that because we're literally going to plug it in directly parallel to another device. We're going to actually turn off one and then turn it back on. What other device am I talking about? I'm actually talking about this other device right here. We got another fully upgraded Atari VCS already to go. Showing you guys that this is already working. We're in here. It's pretty fun. But like I said, let's get back to the table and make this one look like that.
Boo to the
all right. So what do we got? So like I said, in the front here, you got the Atari VCS. This is the back panel here. This has got to get popped off with a spudger. We're going to get that to it in a second. Feel free to ask questions as we go along. And then you get the front part here. This also comes off with a spudger. So we're going to take those off first because we did this once before and then learned that you probably should take off these two panels before you just start unscrewing things because maybe things get stuck.
Oops.
It was a little bit of an oopsie, but that's okay. So
those happen.
Those do happen.
And that's why we're here.
Exactly. We make the mistakes, so you don't have to. All right, so I've got this little spudger guy. I don't know if this one's going to work out. No, I probably need the stick one. We got these kits here. I know that there was somebody that that commented asking me where I got this kit here. And I'm not exactly sure whether or not the person that responded with the exact same model, but he's a channel member. And I think, yes, it is indeed a thing where the guy that put in that description, if you were to put that into Amazon, I think you're going to get the same thing. It's just a simple 128 piece precision toolkit. So
give you guys an idea of the RAM that we're putting in here.
Yeah, it is the Team Group 32. That's a 32 gig kit, 216 gig sticks. It's going to make up the 32.
There we go. Now we got the focus.
There we go.
Elite DDR4.
Yep. So we got our spudger there that took off this piece right here. So you just have to go using your spudger, just go through on the ridge and just kind of press against the plastic and it'll just snap right off like that. That was way easier because, of course, we didn't take off the screws yet, which is kind of cool. James Campbell in here in the chat saying, did I get my Retro Bro membership yet? I was a channel member for a really long time on Retro Bro, on John's channel. I did, however, get his game. I played and actually tested for him a little the Retro Bro first game. Whatever, I forget what the heck it's called. Desert of the Undead. It's pretty decent. I think you guys can get it. There we go.
Look at that.
That was way easier.
So much easier.
That was so much easier.
And literally all you do is you follow along with the tool on that front line and you just pop out in case anyone has questions about it. But yeah. So
there we go. There it is. There is the this is the walnut as opposed to the collector's edition wood grain. This one is actually the walnut's a little darker than the collector's edition. I don't know why. I just changed it. I have all three now, which is kind of fun. The collection is complete until they put out a red one. All right, so now we pop this bad boy over. This is, and they actually like say right here, like on the here, it'll say Black Walnut 800. Then there's one that says, was it Onyx 800? And then there's Collector's Edition 800. So there's that. Did I test Albo? No, I did not. I did not test the Albo game. I do know it's a platformer though. So there's that. All right. So what we did here is we got into these feats right here on the console. All right. They just flip up. It's easy. You know, sometimes they're actually stickered on, but for these, they just flip right up. And then what you need is one bit and one bit only. It's one of the little star bits, and it's the star bit 10. That's what you need. If I can just get us out of here. So I don't know if you guys can see the little star bit things right here. There we go. That's the one. The one that's missing right there. And the top, the middle right there, the 10. That's the one you're going to need. You put that into your tool. You can use the magnetize, demagnetize guy and do a little magnetization before you get in there.
Yeah, it makes your life a little bit easier getting the screws out of deep. And then you should just get right in there, and it should do. There we go. There's one. Do we have the panel? I don't have my little magnet. Oh, we do. Sweet, we do. All right. So we like to have a little like magnet kit down here. I'm going to put it up here a little bit more so people can see it. There it is there. And then we can put our screws here. So these are going to be the outer case screws. I'm going to put this one over here. Outer case screw. Oh. That was my fault. There we go. Play a little operation. Did I do this one? Yep. All right, cool. And there we go. Oh, no, we didn't actually. No? All right. Well, you can do the, go over the Gunsy. Gunsy will do the crisscross. We'll move on here. Yep, and I can take a look at the some of the chats. The chats there. Yeah, I mean, I completely understand that. You know, like I didn't want to take the risk at all. 100% didn't want to take the risk on the memory. And for my collector's edition, I still have not. I did the SSD upgrade on my collector's edition, and I got so scared that I was going to break something that I didn't bother doing the RAM. And I'm going to tell you guys, doing both, if you have the gumption and the extra scratch, I'm telling you, it's going to be pretty cool. For sure. So did Ballistic Coffee Boy give a membership? I don't know. That's kind of cool. Does Gunsy manage Studio B? Well, I wouldn't say manage, but I would say this is where I live half the time with Rich here. That is true. Yeah, we definitely we might as well put a blanket on here sometimes. So all right, so we've got this done. We've got the 4K screws out, and then it should just be pop up. Yep, a pop up here. So you can grab from both sides essentially. Yeah. There we go. And then you got to be careful. This is the part. You got to be super careful. You open like a book. And the reason why you open like a book is right here.
right there. There it is, right there. See these guys? See how this little tape is lifting? That's the Wi-Fi card. If you pull too hard, you're going to pull it straight off. So you just want to make sure you're really, really super careful. Super careful. And we can let it sit down like that. And then, this is like, it's not a big deal. It came up a little bit. It's just sticky. So not a big deal. So then you're in. You're in to the VCS itself. And then now, pardon the lights because they were directly overhead. And then it's time to get the screws. There's 6 of them that you need. They are
one here,
one there, one here,
one here,
one here, one under this light, which is weird, one in here, and then where's the other one?
This is the last one right here.
That one's the hard drive one.
Oh,
yeah.
1, 2.
Oh, it's this one. That
3,
one right there.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
So we're gonna get in and take those screws out, and then we're good to go. This is exactly why I don't want to be messing around with. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you can't just boom, just go in and just rip roar into it.
Yeah.
But if you open it like a book, that's why we're doing this video. You open it like a book. You open it nice and neat. You're gonna be good times. Tim, what's going on, man? Says if you're simply using your VCS to play games, nothing more is any advantage nothing more. Is there any advantage performance-wise?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I absolutely 100% believe that there is performance goodness from doing this upgrade on the VCS base. 2 different things that are actually good for you. The adding the hard drive just makes it basically, if you just want to add the hard drive and nothing else, you can 100% do the upgrade, flip it on, and then you put the entire VCS store on your machine and you never have to open it again, which is kind of cool. Plus, you're using an if you're using a SATA drive, you're getting that the better connection. You're getting a faster read times, over USB and that kind of stuff. So that's pretty cool because, of course, the VCS itself only has like 32 gigs of space on it, right? So getting that extra space in there is a good time. The RAM, however, the RAM is also very, very cool. And I didn't expect the performance upgrade, to be very honest. I didn't expect it at all. But the store is so much better with the RAM. It's so much better, and we'll show you. We'll show you what's going on and what we should expect.
All right.
Let's see. Sean, is your VCS hard drive full yet, or do you have room for more games? If you're asking Sean, I'll let him answer that question. But I'll tell you this right now. For right now, a terabyte is overkill, guys. If we're gonna have a terabyte, we're gonna put that one in here in a second. But you don't need it. You can do a 512 gig and still have half of your drive after downloading every single game on the VCS store. And yes, we have tested this because I have all of them. So, Drillo Joe, what's going on, man? Yeah, playing a little Operation 100%. 100% itself.
So it's easy to make mistakes, obviously.
We took the little.
I took the
light screw.
the wrong screw out.
That's okay.
We'll move on and we'll put it back later.
Yeah, it's not a big deal. The light screw is just the light screw.
Yeah, obviously there's it's so. Honestly, what I've done at this point, if anyone's curious, it's I've took off basically every single screw that can be taken off with that 110 star bit that we've been using this entire time.
Mm-hmm.
And there's only one extra screw that I took off by mistake, and it's actually the light screw down here.
Yep,
that's attached to this little plastic piece here.
Yep.
But we'll be able to put that on afterwards. Not a big deal. And now we'll move on to flipping to the RAM.
Exactly. And hey, what's up, Casey? What's going on? Guitar Geo asking, do you have a VCS? His answer is, I have 5. You win, sir. You have beaten me. I only have 3. I have purchased more. So there's that. Game Freak says, still don't have a VCS. Need one. Been holding out for way too long. Yeah, man. As soon as if they hit stock again and they have that $99 sale, or even if you get the $80 sale again, come on, go for it. It's actually cool. It's really neat. Even if you're just going to tinker around with it as a mini PC and not even use it as a Atari VCS, it's all good. 7win says, are you going to put thermal paste on the CPU as well? We are not going to perform that operation today. We're just doing the basic upgrade for people that want to do the basic upgrade. I know 100% that it is recommended to do this. We're just not going to do that step today because we're just kind of not prepared for that as far as the taking off of the the fan and all that kind of stuff. All but one of them I got on sales for $99.79. Yeah, that's out of shop, man. That's out of shop. People are reacting to all of that. That's pretty good. That's pretty cool. And Casey changed to the Intellivision Gamer, flashing his channel member badge, which is awesome. So thank you. Thanks, sir, of course, Casey and all the rest of the GTC for their support of the channel. It's really awesome. Be sure also to say, hey, thanks, subscribe, all the fun stuff while you're watching. And then there is one more thing we have to do before we flip, and that is
SSD.
Well, no, not even the SSD. If you go over here, right by the Intellivision Gamer's name, right here, there's a little ribbon cable here and another ribbon cable right up top. You actually have to flip these guys, these little plastic doohickeys. You got to flip them up so that you can get the ribbon cable out. And then once you do that, you should be good to go. Does mine flip up? No, if this does.
Yeah, it flips towards you, and that's the tough one to get into.
There we go. And there we go. That's it. Those are the two USB leads that go in the front of the machine right there. And then now we are ready to flip. So if we want to grab here, and then we do the flipping operation, bingo, bango, we can just kind of let it slide right there. And we're good. We have now done the flipping operation, and we are right at the RAM, which is pretty cool. Most of the games are small on the VCS, but Atari 50 bigger. You can see filling up the drive quick. Yeah, but like I said, you don't need anything more right now. You don't need anything more but a 512, to be honest. And we went extra with a terabyte. There's unless Atari just starts dropping like 5 gigabit games every day for the next day, or for every day for the next year, there's no way we're even touching the terabyte.
Yeah.
So it's pretty crazy. I want to try a whole bunch of the homebrews I've seen available on the VCS. Some of them look really good. They are good, Game Freak. They're really, really good. So it's time for the RAM. So we're going to pop up and off these RAMs. These are Kingston RAM. They are the base RAM unit that Atari has put into each one of these things. They're 4 gigabits apiece. So that's for 8 gigs, right? And we're going to go higher than that. There we go. There it is. There's your 4 gig sticks right there going away. And we're going to take this one off here.
Yeah, and all you got to do to pop out the RAM is the little metal. You just push it to the side, and the RAM stick pops up.
Just pops right up. If any of you have opened a laptop, it's the exact same thing. The SODIMMs are really, really easy to get in and out. And then to put back in, you put it in at an angle. Make sure that all the teeth are nice and neat. You push straight down. You hear the click. You're good to go.
So just like this.
Yep.
Make sure you line up with the middle. It's on at an angle. There's connections. Push down. Click. And we've got RAM.
RAM's in.
You've got mail.
And then that's it. So all we got to do now is flip it back over. So we do the flippy back. And we're good.
Line up some holes here.
Yeah, line it up. Very cool. Then we can start putting ribbon cables back in while we do some screws.
Yes, we can.
All right, ribbon cable 1. Flick this down. There we go. And give a little. Yep, we're good. That's very good. See, we got the double check here. These are still there. The stickers are good. Everything's fine. We've completed the flip, and the Wi-Fi card is still secured. Yep. Game Freak says that's why I got one, and the ones I've played are a blast. Awesome, man. Yeah, I'm glad you're having fun, man. And the games are cheap compared to other console stores. They are sometimes too. Some of those sales too, particularly July, November, right after Thanksgiving, and the New Year sales from Christmas Day through. They're chef's kiss. Really good sales. So definitely check that out. We do a channel roundup every time there is a sale. I go through every single game that's on sale in the VCS store, and then we go ahead and compare them, their sale prices from one to another. So Sean has a question. But what does this mean for games I have on my RAM if you replace the old RAM with new RAM? Oh, so RAM is the random access memory. That's only for when the machine is turned on. When it turns off, RAM is cleared.
Mhm.
So there's nothing stored on it. Everything you have stored on the primary hard drive, though, which is actually a part of the motherboard of the Atari VCS, that stays. And then we can actually show you inside of the system how to transfer data between the hard drive that is installed, embedded, and to transfer them back to the new SSD we're about to put in right now, which is both a great question, yes, indeed, Guitar Giro, and a great segue. So this is the hard drive we're going to put in. This is the KingSpec M.2 SATA 1 terabyte drive that we use. This is the brand that we used in both of our upgrades. Now, this one here, it's very, 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 very important that you use a SATA drive. Don't use an NVMe drive. You want to use a SATA drive. The reason why is because the NVMe will not work in the Atari VCS. How to tell between an NVMe and a SATA drive is, see these connectors here? See these guys right there? There we go. You got the 2 slots. If you see 2 slots, you're good. If you see 1 slot, it's not great. Right? Don't use the 1 to 2 with the 1 slot. You want the one with 2. And then how to put it in, even though there's only 1 slot on the board, don't get scared. It will work. You put it, again, same like memory, at an angle right to the pins. Make sure the pins are connected there. And then you're going to put them, you just want to lay that down real quick.
Yep.
And then you want to make sure that you've connected right here to the pin connector. And then you're just going to go ahead and let it lay down. There we go. And then you let it lay down right here. But we've got to change our bits to match.
No, I think we're good.
Oh, well,
Yeah, it's the same.
it's the same star. All
Yeah.
right, well, then we're good.
So,
So we'll just star bit right out.
yeah, for this upgrade, all you need is this 1 star bit.
Yeah. Yeah, and this has been awesome, guys. Lots of awesome questions, lots of great
Great
comments.
questions, yeah.
So keep them coming, guys. And then, yeah, just simply, once you slot that in, you take out the screw, you push down on the hard drive, and you screw that back down until it's not too, don't want to super tighten it, just enough so you can feel good resistance, and then you're good.
Yeah, and that's what it looks like when it's in. You can see how it's underneath the screw at the end here.
Yep, you got that little lip right here that's holding it down.
And
There it is.
then that right there is the new hardware installed.
That's it. So then now it's all time to put in those 6 case screws that hold the motherboard to the case. And then we flip that bad boy back over, put the 4 outer case screws back in, slap these guys on, and that's an upgrade done. Which is pretty good. And where are we at? We're 23 minutes, which is awesome. So we are good to go. That should be. Oh, this one might be the screw for the
light.
The light screw.
I do believe so.
Yep. All right. So let me put the washers back on that screw.
Perfect.
All right. So we got some good stuff here. Good stuff.
There we go. That's much better.
So what we're gonna do, by recommendation of Atari and DavePa, is we're gonna use a flash drive, a special flash drive, to finish this upgrade at first boot. So when we first turn this puppy on, we're actually going to use this little guy. I got my hand. It goes, look at the bottom right hand corner of the screen. Get a flash drive that's flashed with the latest Atari VCS update. Actually, save the one that's about to come out. And the reason we're going to do that is because we want to make sure that the Atari VCS that's been sitting in a box for however long it's been sitting in that box we want to make sure that it's nice and neat, and fully and able to actually upgrade. Because if it has an older model, if it has an older OS on this one, it might not actually work too well.
Sorry, I got in the way of the camera there.
Oh no, it's all good. It's all good. say I don't have the equipment to do this like you guys. That's also why I don't want to open up. Yeah, no worries, man. Yeah, I mean it's still good. The machine, even its base specs, it still runs pretty admirably. But like I said, when you're doing these upgrades, man, if you've got the time and the patience to get it done, it is a good time. It is a good time. So there we go.
Just got one more screw after this.
All right, and there it is.
And it's right in this top corner.
Yep, there we go. Right
and
there.
then the light screw, because
and then
the light screw you won't have to do. Just keep in mind that if you are going to do the upgrade over here at the end, this light sits on top right here, and instead of unscrewing where the light itself sits, you actually have to pick up this little piece of like gel, plasticky, kind of feels like a stress ball, and underneath there is the screw that you'll need in order to do the flip.
Yep.
And that's something that I learned today.
Yeah, and the pretty wild thing about that little screw is, and the whole thing is they made this little like almost prism just to make sure that the little LED that they put on the board shines bright so you can have your Atari VCS logo, which is pretty wild. So Tim saying, seems pretty straightforward. I've gotten over my head worse than this. Absolutely. I mean, there are also all sorts of other things you can do when doing these upgrades. Like our other guy right here in 7 Wins saying, doing thermal paste on the CPU. You can do that, but then that's, it's more screws. Now you're messing around with the fan, you're messing around with the heat sink, and all that kind of stuff. That gets a little more, kind of crazy. And is it the best I've heard the paste job originally from the factory? I've heard that the answer is no, that the paste job is actually not that great. However, it should be adequate for using this as stock. Now, if you're going to get in here after you do the upgrade, go into the BIOS and then start overclocking everything, you're going to want to do that thermal paste. No worries there. But we are not going to do that. In our builds, we're going to leave them stock. Just the RAM, just the hard drive upgrades, and then we're good to go. So,
but we did it.
We did it. So now it's time to flip this bad boy into its book-like thing there. Gonna keep the light guy right there, and we should be able to line up everything else.
Just moves right.
It should be okay.
Yeah, I think that's
maybe just a
connection somewhere.
Well, we might actually be a little over. So if I go this way,
there we go.
Maybe it's this way. There we go. And that's that. So we've got that going on there. So we can flip this back over. And now we've got to pop these guys in there.
Drop some more screws in.
Yep. All right. So we'll drop those there. Pretty good stuff. Pretty good stuff. Now the next thing we'll do, like I said, is we're going to boot on this flash drive. But while we're waiting to put the screws back, I can show you some kind of performance updates. I didn't think it was that easy.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, it's kind of why we do the video, right? Just going to show people, hey, you know what? It's not that bad to get into one of these things. It is kind of like a little mini PC. You can get in there, do your upgrades, get out, and go about your day, which is kind of cool. So let's go over to our game capture here. So we're on the Atari VCS that we did upgrade before, and I just want to show you a couple things, like the fact that the machine itself is definitely snappy. There is some little Atari VCS-ish sluggishness and all that kind of stuff that you can kind of see, but for most part, you're not going to have those things where the Atari VCS just locks up. That's happened to me, especially on the store. When I go over here and I go to games, and you get that 185 games list, and I'm loading and then loading and then loading some more. By the time I'm going 4 or 5 deep here, it gets so slow that I have to actually wait for it to refresh. It is honestly just frozen up on me. And here I am with the 32 gig upgrade and the terabyte drive in there.
and I'm refreshing. I'm jumping all over, refreshing all the stuff in the store. There's stuff everywhere. I'm just going to go into Savage Halloween, bring that up. I'm going to go over here, bring this one up. If I can hit the button, that'd be cool. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Tim saying, I can see just surfing around. It's much better. Yeah, I mean, it's really, really neat. And then let's go into system real quick. And we'll go over to devices. Actually, it's storage. And in here, you can see that here's the internal drive right here. And you've got the 1 terabyte drive for the VCS bundles. You have to format the drive when you first put it in. But all you have to do in order to do that is just go down and simply select it. And it'll say, do you want to format? And you say yes. And then it'll format for you. So here you can see that this is 12% complete. We have downloaded every single game on the Atari VCS store. So 115.3 gigabits of data is the entire VCS store. Outside of AntStream, GeForce Now, and like that kind of stuff in the apps, we didn't move those over. But for example, VCS Vault is built in to the VCS. So, but we could, if you want, just go over here and just say move. And then where do you want to move? There's only one destination. You can choose the VCS bundle drive, hit next. And then, yeah, you sure you want to do this? Yes, I do. And it's just going to copy it right on over. What's going on? Channel member Lloyd R. Jam, what's going on?
Hey.
GTC in the house. And then that's it. It just takes a couple seconds to do the transfer. Once it's completed, now we've got 22% free on this drive, and we've got 0.9 gigs on this one here. So I can go back over here, and then you can see on here you've got the list of all the games, and this is every single one of them that's on the store. So I'm gonna move Vault back to where it is, because I don't know. Call me sentimental or whatever. If it existed on the internal drive, I want to leave it on the internal drive. So plus I might actually be able to do some testing later between read and write speed or whatever from the SSD to the internal. That's kind of cool. Herbert Gilliland says Apple Tune 2, baby. Yes, indeed.
Recognizing those games.
It's a pretty cool game. It is a pretty cool game. Like most of these stuff, like all these indie devs, they got so many cool games on here. And it's so good because there's a light shined on them because they're not being buried by the rest of the Steam store. It's just cool. It's a cool environment. Love the community. It's really, really good stuff. Says I do have a stand, just flash live, move my games on there. Yeah, you can absolutely do that. And it is kind of cool. To do that. Sometimes you take a little bit of a performance hit when you're doing stuff over USB, but they've got USB 3 slots in there, so it shouldn't be that bad.
Yeah.
Joe says I love Apple Tune 2, and Herbert says that's great because he's the dev. Thanks for visiting. Thanks for visiting, Herbert. It's great to see you in here. I love doing the Fun for 5 on your game too, so that's pretty cool. And hey man, if you got more, you want to throw them on the store. Throw them right up on the store. We'll play them all. I literally go through in the store, and if you can notice, they all say owned. They all say owned, gang. I own them all. So if you put out a game on a Friday, it's going to be owned by a Saturday. I'm telling you that right now. So we're getting ready now to plug in the new one with its thing. So let's go back over to the thing here and pop this thing over.
The faces are still off.
The faces are still off, so we're just gonna pop these back on, and you can kind of just like everything else, you just angle it in and you pop it down, and then you angle it in and you pop it down. Boom. There we go. And that should be it for that. There it is. There you go. Your Atari VCS 800 walnut, like it just came out of the box. Only now it's got some goodies in it. So we're going to go over here. I'm going to shut down
the Atari VCS that we have running now and literally just swap the two of them.
Give it a swap.
So, like I said, I got the Onyx over here. So the next one you're going to see is the Onyx that I'm just going to simply turn off. There we go. Let's go here. Turn this bad boy off. Turn off. Okay. And then we're just going to unplug all of the things, and we're going to plug in the new one. Now, I will say that OBS might freak out by the fact that we're doing this, so I might have to get rid of the camera, and then redo this. But here we go. Here's our Onyx VCS that has been upgraded. We're going to swap that one out for this one right here. There we go. So, I'm going to plug this in to the front USB port. Yeah, we should be able to do it on the front. I don't see any problem there.
Yeah.
Tim's saying, did you ever check to see if your 7800 plus controllers work with the VCS? I did not. However, a viewer and friend of the channel did. And what they said was they totally work, which is awesome. So I can't wait to check them out. They said that they work really good on the on those Atari 7800 and 2600 single game drops. So that's pretty cool.
We're getting things plugged in.
We got that. So we've got everything plugged in. So I'm going to go over here to Game Capture, and then we're going to plug this in, and we're going to see if we can get some video, because it says no video, but it might turn on. There we go. It did. So it says flash Atari OS onto EMC. And it's counting down to 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And it's going to boot to do the flash. And this should do the upgrade automatically. Sorry about the green. I think it's because it's going through the capture device that I have. So it should just automatically boot and do exactly what we want, which is flash the brand new Atari OS image onto the hard drive, the eMMC, the internal drive of this machine. It actually can't see the SSD yet. That's why. So it's not an option. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. And take some questions and all that stuff. There it is. Ooh. Installing Atari OS version 2024 926. Production. Do not unplug the VCS. So we're just gonna let it rock. This is also cool because friend of the channel has also a friend of the channel here has also requested that I test making these flash drives to see if you can flash a VCS and have it work. And should this be successful, I'm going to pop it in an envelope and actually send it to that viewer, which is kind of cool. So thanks everybody for being a part of the community and and requesting help. If you guys ever need anything like that, any kind of help or whatever, if it's something that we can handle, we'll handle it. So it's like I said, we really love the community and we love helping out people. So
yeah, we'll certainly give it our best shot.
Exactly. So I'm going to go ahead and probably say that this is a good time. I want to know if we're hiding. I'm going to move us. If there's any progress bars. I think I locked myself. Where is the lock? Nope, that's not what I wanted to move. That's the Logitech.
The T-Bell.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Gotta have some Taco Bell. Oh, here, is this it? Is this me?
No progress.
No progress bar.
So it's unfortunate because you just don't know.
Mhm.
You don't know if like what's actually happening. But I'm not going to unplug it. That's for sure. Because I do know that when you're doing something like this, you're flashing an OS. The worst thing you want to do is cause a power issue on the device. So, but but we also know that the RAM at least the RAM upgrade is also effective because it booted.
Yeah,
So-
it wouldn't
so
boot without
It
it.
would not boot at all. We would get a blinking Atari Fuji logo and some kind of beep code probably to that. And then we will add another channel member, DF. What's going on? He says, hello,
Hey.
VCSers. Hey, what's up? We've completed our hardware upgrade in our live stream, DF. And now we're doing a software upgrade using a flash drive that you can get right off of, there's a Google Drive link off of an awesome video. I might see if I can put this in the chat. YouTube might eat the link, but this is the chat. This is the video here that you guys can see. I don't know if it's gonna. If you guys see that, if you guys see the link, you guys can copy that out of the chat, and that's a video that's from Kraz Productions, another friend of the channel, indie game developer, actor extraordinaire. Yeah, he uploaded or re-uploaded something from Dave P's channel. I don't know if Dave P deleted his channel or because he works for Atari now, so I don't know if he like hid it or something like that. It's not like the video can't be shared. It's just an instructional video about how to flash the VCS. So if you guys need that resource, there it is there. I will also try to link and update links. I didn't put them in the description right now, but I'll try to update it later. And then maybe do some pinned comments. Maybe I'll do a pinned comment with like all of the resource links right there. And again, apologies if YouTube eats the thing, because sometimes that happens. Like YouTube just goes nom nom nom. You can't use links because of spam or something. There's nothing we can do about that.
Yeah, it's just Google.
It is Google. It is Google. What? So that's an interesting username. Hyatt American Shoebox Files official says, "My guy." You do realize my guy? Okay. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I got you, man. I realize.
I do.
Appreciate you, Hyatt.
Yeah, I mean, I do. Yeah, I said that to somebody yesterday, actually. But you do realize my guy. I did say it.
Those exact words.
Those exact words. There's somebody in the chat of another live stream. Wasn't my live stream.
Okay.
Because I wasn't live yesterday. But yeah. See, he knows. He knows. He knows because it's probably this person I sent it to.
Oh, okay.
It's on an alt account. So. Yep, that's cool, man. Yeah, I want one too. Yep.
Yeah, hoping they come out.
Yeah. So here, check it out. Check it out. I have my Taco Bell on here. Check it out, man. Yeah. I want one too. I want a little Miko guy to just like hang around. So that'd be kind of fun. So anyway, let's go back to here.
Yeah.
Oh, flashing succeeded. Please remove the USB key and power cycle the device. Sounds good.
This is exciting.
James Campbell is an endless legend. Is he? Is he? Just some might call him Volpe. I don't know. All right. So, all right. I'm gonna remove the USB key. We have done it. We have done the thing. We've removed the USB key, and now we're gonna power cycle the device. Bloop. Oh, I have to press and hold. Yeah, you got to press and hold.
For a power cycle. This is the big moment. You notice we're getting quiet in this.
This is the hold on to your butts.
Yeah. Hold on.
The light didn't go off on the VCS, but sometimes that doesn't. Sometimes that doesn't happen. Sometimes the light doesn't go off because it's in that like pre-boot state.
Okay.
So the things happen when you hear the fan. The startup fan always is a good sign.
Yeah.
And there we go.
Ooh.
Now it is booting directly on the EMC. We do not have the USB in there anymore. So the next thing you should hear is the startup noise of the VCS itself.
Ooh,
there it
on
is.
cue.
There it is.
Yeah, I know it can seem intimidating, but like we said, it's 4 case screws, 6 internal screws, and the only time you have to be truly genuinely careful when you are performing this upgrade is when you're making that flip, essentially, when you open it up for the first time to make sure you don't mess with the Wi-Fi card in any way. But other than that, honestly, if it's your first time, it's a very easy way to get into just being comfortable inside machines like this, and it clearly improves the performance. So honestly, in my opinion, I don't see no reason not to, you know?
Yep, exactly. It's well said. So then we've got our stuff. This is our first boot, of course. I'm playing with the old VCS controls. Got a little stick drift, so there might be some random things happening. So, all right, got English. Searching for networks. We got Ethernet, which is good. We want that. It's going to check for an update. It is going to update because this is the new update that just came out. What was the last? It was the update came out, I think, 2 days ago. Dave himself put out on the channel that there was a new update that is supposed to fix the firmware so that anyone that has gotten like the newer Atari, the older Atari VCSs, that from now on, you don't have to do what we did with the flashing of the drive or the USB. You can actually just like let the thing update and it finally will work. It's got some kind of code in it that tells it to ignore all previous versions of the OS and just use this one the update. So it'll flash correctly on the EMC. So
that's awesome.
So that's that. And then DF Scott, while we're waiting for the updates to go through, if anyone needs the link, it doesn't appear to be showing up. r/Atari VCS is a good resource, as is the new and consolidated Discord channel. Yes, 100% DF. Thank you so much for pointing that out. Appreciate it is 100% a great resource. Both places are great resources. I hang out in both places. A little more lurky on the Reddit side of things, since I use Reddit like I use Google pretty much. Like I like look, but I don't like it, like put in there.
Yeah.
But on Discord, I hop around. I'm all over the place in some of those things. So that's pretty cool. So yeah. Hyatt's saying that my boy Pete, he's an endless legend for sure.
Sweet.
Everybody's a legend.
Yeah, I'll take legend status.
Yeah.
I'm really not sure what is going on.
Gunsy, I award you legend status.
I have no idea what's happening, but it's good on you, Hyatt.
Yeah. So all right, cool, man.
Yeah.
So we're just waiting for this one to update. This one took. I did on the Onyx right before we started. I did perform the same exact update on the Onyx, and not gonna lie, it took a little bit, and I was like kind of scared. I was like halfway to like almost freaking out, and I was like, no, is this gonna freeze? Am I gonna have to like turn it off and on again? And then right before I was gonna do something, I looked and it went from 2 to 3 in installing updates.
Okay.
And I was like, all right, well, let's find out what happens. And once it gets to 3, it's like 30 more seconds and it's fine. You know what? Since this is an Atari like related live stream. While we're waiting for this update, let's go through here. You know what? I have a preemptive box opening.
Ooh.
Boom. There's a box. We never opened it. So let's open it now. While we're on the camera and find out what's in it. This is actually a shout out to other groups that are in the Atari VCS community. The Atari, I think it's the Atari X Club on X. Like great group of people that do a lot of like really cool stuff, a lot of community driven things. They do a lot of stuff like for contests and like celebrating all of Atari, not just VCS. And sometimes they do giveaways.
Mm-hmm.
And well, the last time they did a giveaway, I took a look and I was like, well, why don't I just put my information out on the internet and see what happens? And then boom, I win a prize. Now, what's in this envelope? It is the thing that I won, which is a copy of
Yars Rising on the PlayStation 5,
Oh,
which is pretty neat.
that's awesome.
So thank you to the Atari X Club on X. I will shout you out and tag the video saying, hey, go to around 50 minutes for the shout out there. And if you want to check that out, thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for putting out contests and like that kind of stuff. Follow these guys because them, Video Games Monthly, a whole bunch of people on X, they do all these like giveaways. Even Apogee, I should say, Apogee Software, the guys that do Duke Nukem, Max Payne, like that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
they have the coolest giveaways. They just go like randomly search in their back closet and find stuff, and then you just give it away. Like so. And if you're like, oh well, what kind of cool stuff? What kind of cool stuff? Well, here, let me go here to this cam right here. Is it this one right here? Yeah, this right here.
Boom.
All right. What kind of cool stuff do they possibly give away? Well, if we tilt this camera up right here and then go right up there, there's a poster on the wall for Terminal Velocity, which is a 3D Realms game that was made and published by Apogee Software. This whole poster, including the frame, was sent to me as a gift from one of these giveaways. So that is exactly how cool things can get by just like simply going on X and like retweeting a thing. We're still on 203.
Be a part of the community and you get free things.
Do it. Do the thing. Like enter the thing. Like seriously, you get free stuff, and it's awesome and it's like cool. So then if you have a channel, you can thank people and say, hey, this is awesome. But yeah, so Yars Rising is one of Atari's newest games. It's the Metroidvania action platformer kind of thing by Wave Forward. They do great work. And I can't wait to actually get this in here because it is E for everyone, which is great because that means I can just slap it in the PlayStation and play. It's so many times where I really want to play some games and there's other games that'll come in and it'll just be like, oh, hey, I really want to play this. It's M for mature. And I'm like, well, I mean, I get an 8-year-old and a 4-year-old, so it's not happening on the big TV, and that's where the PlayStation is. So.
Can only play past bedtime,
right? I was just telling the Gunsy the other day after the Game Awards that my biggest disappointment about Intergalactic was the fact that it's M-rated.
Yeah.
Or likely to be M-rated, and it's like, oh, I want to play that so bad on the TV.
Yeah,
I could get away with Danae would probably let me get away with playing Uncharted, right? I know it's still like you guys got a gun or whatever.
Yeah.
But I could probably get away with watching Indiana Jones. Now, if I can watch Indiana Jones, then I can play Uncharted. That's for sure a thing that I can do. But yeah, it's pretty disappointing because I was like, oh man, the game looks cool.
Yeah,
it's like right in the space wheelhouse. And like one of them, I want one of either Henry or Douglas. I want in on the sci-fi.
I want a Porsche spaceship.
Yeah, exactly, a Porsche spaceship. It's pretty cool, right? I just picked up Yars Rising on the Switch. Haven't even opened it yet. I think I'll do that today. I've seen a lot of mixed reviews, but I'm banking on Way Forward that I'll like it. Yeah, I think it's one of those things where people that are a fan of the genre, like they love Metroidvanias, like they will like this game, and people that don't so much, they were just looking for, oh, this is an Atari game with a Yars title, so like, why isn't this a space shooter? I think that's why there was a little disconnect there. I think. Yeah, but who knows?
We're hot and cold on it.
Yeah.
But
oh my goodness, how many of these guys have we got? Hi, America.
Jones.
Hey, Indiana Jones, an absolute legend. There's a 4, a 3, an official. There's like so many accounts.
Well, who are you hiding from there?
I don't know. How many names do you possibly need? It's crazy. So anyway,
DF.
Wait, I think we got a thing. We're at 3 of 3.
3 out of 3.
We're at 3 of 3. So then we can we can hopefully get this thing to do the restart and the update. So it wasn't too long. It was like was it 10 minutes or probably 10 minutes on that. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna open this. I'm gonna take this home and I'm gonna open it. And it'd be so. Actually, that's bad. That's bad because if I put this in the PlayStation 5 and I wind up playing this tonight, then that means I've played the PS5 version for the Atari VCS.
That's right.
Fun for 5 that it should be doing. So I don't know. Maybe we'll
Hold off a little bit on
maybe
that.
I'll just go ahead and do the Fun for 5. So
DF in the chat.
yeah, DF saying terminal velocity was amazing, as was Apogee software. Yeah, man. I mean, Apogee was like the thing. Like there was like all my childhood on PC is attached to that. It's Duke. It's Commander Keen. It's Terminal Velocity. It's what was the other 3D Realms games? Rise of the Triad, Max Payne, like all that stuff. It's just like crazy stuff.
Yep.
So all right, so we got this up to date. It's doing this because we haven't attached an account yet. So once you have an account attached, then you won't get the screen anymore. It'll just go to doing this. Oh, it's updating the BIOS now. Oh, jeez.
Oh, wow.
All right, we're restarting the system. All right. Well, at least the BIOS flash was fast.
Yeah.
So we'll let that do its thing again. Because again, these things you never want to mess with that.
Mm-mm.
No unpluggy when there's a BIOS update. No unpluggy at all. Don't even touch it. Don't even look at it.
Yeah, just let it do its
Just be
thing.
like, no, I don't want to mess with you. That's it. It says not support because it's doing the BIOS update. We're not. We might be able to see it on the one screen, but it's out of range. So, there you go. It did it. It's doing the thing where it's writing the blocks. Current system BIOS was 532.01 VCS 23, and it's going into 24. Okay, so it's only a year old on the BIOS, so it's fine. I wonder if this means that the password's going to change again on the BIOS, because you can get into the BIOS and do all like overclocking things, but I'm not positive that, like, because every time they do this, every time they update the BIOS, they usually change the password.
Okay.
So you might have a different password if you guys are into that overclocking stuff. There was a super long password that said like, it was like Atari VCS is awesome, like in the like 72 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
For like the year that Pong came out. Some kind of crazy nonsense. It was like 27 characters with all like leet speak in it. They're probably not gonna work. So everyone go to the Discord and find out what the new BIOS password is.
Yeah.
So you guys can do your thing. I want to do a video where I just go into the BIOS and just like poke around, but I don't think I'm gonna do any of that stuff. There's some safe overclocking. A couple of people have done some really good videos, and some people have done some really good like safe overclocking. It doesn't get too hot. You can change the RAM speed. We put in, by the way, the RAM is 2400 compatible, obviously because it's booting, but it also is 3200 compatible, and so is the board. The motherboard is 3200 hertz compatible, so you can overclock the BIOS to allow for 3200 hertz and get even better performance out of the machine. But that performance comes at a cost, and the cost is electricity and heat. So again, if you're not going to want to dissipate the heat by using the thermal paste to do all that kind of stuff, just leave it stock. The machine will run fine.
Yeah.
So,
but if it is something that you guys want to see, potentially one day we'll mess around with throwing some thermal paste on something.
Yep. And there we go. There it is.
Sweet.
So now we can select our account and sign in. So I'm going to go do the sign in with existing, but you guys don't get to see that.
Yeah, I'm going to take you off the screen there for a little bit.
Yeah. Enter my email ID. Really?
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh.
But yeah, in under an hour with a brand new out-of-the-box machine, we have completely upgraded, flashed the OS, as well as upgraded BIOS and updated everything. And in just under an hour, we're logging into a brand new machine. I'd say that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it's a good time. And like I said, this is something that if you guys want to take a shot at it, you can easily do this in an afternoon. Take your time, do whatever.
It's a lot of fun, honestly. And I understand if there's any reservations or things like that, but the idea of this video was hopefully to build some confidence for those people like that, and a little bit educational in terms of opening up machines like this.
Yep.
And there we go. Hello, me, Link Young PS. So add me on the stores, guys, if you want. It's already downloading some stuff. We can move our peoples down in the corner. It's already updating things in the top right hand corner, downloading packages and updating games, updating Chrome. I'm imagining, and Aimstream Arcade, and all that stuff happened pretty fast. So we can go to the store, and then we've got our owned. We've owned all of the things. So I'm going to go through, and again, this is refreshing pretty fast, guys. We're not worried about whether or not something is going to be slow or whatever. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bop around. It's VCS Vault 2. We need it, so let's download it. Oh wait, the internal storage is not here. So let's fix that, right? So we go back to System, and then we go to Storage, and then this is where you see the unformatted drive right here. You go down here, hit this button, and then I am blocking the format button, so let me move me out of the way. See that button right there? Right under me it says Format. So we hit Format, and then do you want to format? You want to format, and then please wait. And we can pop myself back down.
Just like that.
Format completed. Boom. It's ready to rock. So now we can go back to the store. And live not in fear that the thing is going to blow up on you. And then you just go straight back down. Again, the performance on this is like super awesome. So here, that's pretty big. So let's not do that. So we don't wait too long. I'm gonna download I'll download a Vault 2, and then I'll download something recent that is lightweight. So we'll do Vault 2. This is just under a gig. We'll put it there. So you can select now between the two drives. So we select VCS bundles, and I hit accept, and then it's going to download. Bloop bloop bloop. We've got fast internet connection, and we also have fast drive. So there you go. Isn't that cool?
Already done.
Done. So that's Vault 2. And then just for fun, here, Food Fight 7800, right? It's a 7800 game. Ready? We want to put it in here. It's 35 kilobits. Done.
Nice and quick.
So I mean, yeah, I mean, if we're gonna do the big guy, you can you can go for something like Atari 50, but like I said, and I don't know, make you guys sit there and wait. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. Let's get Doodle Taxi on here, 1.26 gigs, and maybe that's what we'll do. We'll run it.
A quick little Doodle Taxi.
We'll run Doodle Taxi real quick. Pong's like, I can see it's definitely worth doing. I'm in. Well, hey, man.
Yeah.
If you need anything, you want to, pointers or whatever, just let me know, man. And good luck. So, all right, cool. So we did that. It's downloaded. It's loaded. We're gonna go ahead and launch Doodle Taxi. Meccan Games is an awesome developer. Super cool. Obsidian Contraption. Hey, there it is. There he is. He's like, you should always buy Doodle Taxi.
Talking about him.
100%. You should always buy Doodle Taxi. He was in there doing some awesome work on the sound side of things, helping out with the update, the massive update for this game. I couldn't believe Khan when he put in. So you have a brand new game, and what else we could do? Let's put in basically another game on top of the game, where the map here is loaded, and it's pretty awesome. I love this game. So let's go and do here. I know I'm supposed to go find a customer. I'm gonna ignore everything about this game. Oh, except for
I'm also going to try to ignore the stick drift that's happening on the controller because I forgot to switch back, but that's fine. This isn't me not knowing how to play the game. This is just me fighting with the joystick of this controller. There we go. There it is.
Oh no.
There we go. Can the VCS run Ark Survival Evolved? I don't know, maybe. But you know what it can run? It can run Doodle Taxi. And you know what's even cool about Doodle Taxi? That you can go over here by this fuel station, and I just do a shameless plug, where I park right next to my own name. Because you guys are awesome, and this community is awesome, and I love you guys so much. Because like it's just so awesome to be like, oh hey, let me just do some shameless plugging with the Bacon Ice Cream logo and my name, and here it is. It's in the game. So so that's pretty good. And then you can just drop back out and dashboard, and even that is really quick and it's really neat, you know, and it's just easy. Everything's snappy and easy, which is great. It's exactly the way we like it. And that, folks, will do it for an upgrade. We've been here an hour and 6 minutes. We fully upgraded a machine. We put in things. We upgraded the OS. We downloaded some games. We played some games for a couple seconds. And like I said, everything's nice and snappy. You want to have a nice snappy Atari VCS? You can do so just like we can. And on top of it all, you can do it all for like really, really, really inexpensive, which is super, super awesome. So we thank everyone for doing all of those things. Oh wait, I found Fuji logo stickers in my cool thing from the Yars return. Check these out. That's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
That's really neat. So very, very cool. Very neat. And Phantom Fiction.
Oh, no.
He just got here. Oh man.
Phantom.
Well, that's all right. So yeah, you definitely Phantom, they could probably redo the stream. I need another VCS to upgrade.
Yeah. Who had 5 of them?
Yeah, Casey, send me.
Yeah, Casey.
Send me a VCS. I'll upgrade it. I'll send it back. So anyway, thanks for being here, everybody, including Phantom. Thanks everyone for watching. Tim saying thanks, guys. Appreciate the how-to, everyone. Happy gaming to you guys. Before we get out of here, that's the end of a video. You know what happens.
You got to thank the Good Times Club.
That's right. We got to do it. It's a must. It's every single time we get to the end of a video. We got to do it. So let's do it right now. Let's thank the members of the Good Times Club. They are the EverCanadian, Crimson Cross, George Games, Chris Westerman, Phantom Fiction, What Are Jim, Papa Pete, the Intellivision Gamer, Ken LaCure, Mr. Shua, John Willig, Gunsy20. He's right here. What's going on? Herb Wars, Immortal Sojourn, DF, Joe Whitlash, and David Valdez. Yeah, I didn't have enough time to do the thing, David, but maybe tonight's video, if I do have tonight's video and don't pass out because of craziness happening in my house, there might be another video tonight. If that does happen, then you will be in the shout out on the screen, but I did shout you out right now. So there's that. And again, thank you guys all so much. Thank you guys all so much for being awesome. Thanks to the GTC for 1080p StreamYard. Not only here on YouTube, but on X, because we did dual stream today. That's pretty cool. And of course, the Evercade Effect and the Evercast and Calling All Retro Gamers, all from this one StreamYard account, all provided to you by the GTC. So it's awesome. And thank you guys so much. Want to be a member? Hit the join button. That'd be awesome. Not want to be a member? That's cool. Leave a like, leave a dislike, leave some comments, do all the cool YouTube things, hit the subscribe buttons. And until next time, we will catch you next time for some good times with great friends.
See you later.
I'm Rich.
I'm Gunsy20.
And we will see you next time.
See you next time.
See you guys.
tsc.baconicecream.com.